What's up, everybody? I'm Casey Gilman, Church Administration here at Emmaus, and you are
I'm Brian Holt, pastor here at Emmaus.
awesome. All right, so today we were going to talk a little bit about some super exciting stuff
Yeah,
happening right now.
like epically, amazingly exciting.
Like, pretty stoked
Can
because
cannot overemphasize how amazingly exciting this is.
and when you hear it, you may be like, why is this so exciting?
Mm,
And we are here to explain why it's so
that's right.
exciting and what the plan is.
Yes.
So, the very, very exciting stuff coming down right now is we are changing the process of finances here, and like the whole financial process.
Budgeting process
Budgeting
primarily,
process
but yeah.
is changing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's huge.
Yeah.
Huge news.
And we're not being sarcastic.
No, it's so the goal of this video is for you to be like, why would I care about finances? To like, oh, I see how this all matters. So we started I don't know, it's a couple months ago now, kind of reinvigorated, gave a shot in the arm to the finance team, which I kind of had one for a while, but it wasn't super active.
Yeah.
But kind of got a shot in the arm to that group, and it's been working to help reinvigorate, redesign how we do our budgeting process.
Yeah.
So why do you think finances are important, Casey?
I mean, finances are important because, well, for a lot of reasons. It's kind of hard to narrow down, but we wouldn't be able to do a lot of the things that we are able to do without some sort of resource to keep us going.
Yes, absolutely.
Even these videos, like, nothing would happen. Like none of this would be here.
Yeah,
we wouldn't be able to utilize a lot of these things.
Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't be able to have the internet. We wouldn't have these microphones are mine.
Yeah,
but I bought them with finances that probably came from the church.
Yeah.
As far as like my paycheck. But
we could talk about that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a job
Yeah.
if I didn't have finances.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah. So beyond like our paychecks, the ability that we have as a ministry to do the things that we believe that God has called us to do.
Right.
Is reliant on finances. And I will be the first to say I hate talking about finances because pastors are, the cliches, they're always out for money. So I typically don't talk about it from the standpoint of like being perceived in any way that I'm trying to get people to give.
Right.
Because I don't want to do that. I don't want to be coercive in any way.
Right.
That's why we don't do an offering on Sundays. We just have the plate out there because like, if you're a faithful believer and you're giving, you don't need me to remind you every week, even though I think I've heard people say like, hey, it's helpful if you remind me. But anyway, so all that to say.
I didn't actually know that.
Huh?
I didn't actually know that.
What?
That's why the offering plate wasn't passed around.
It was just something that, it wasn't like a decision that we made really. It was just that.
It just happened that way.
We started doing that.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, this is fine.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I don't remember who I was talking to about it last week, but it's a little awkward when like sometimes you don't have the money to give.
Yeah.
Either on you or like
that's true.
However you budget, like I do it like on a monthly basis. So it's like just awkward to like pass the empty offering plate. And everyone's watching you like.
Or the people that give online, they never put anything in there.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it is true. Like
Not to get us off track.
Not to get us off track, but
I didn't know that.
So yeah, that's part of why
that's cool.
happens. But one of the cool things about redoing the budgeting process in the past years that I've been at the church, we've been thoughtful and I would say somewhat proactive about how and very frugal. Like our church has been incredibly frugal over the
Mhm.
years, which I think has been good. Like it's a
Mhm.
stewardship.
Mhm.
We're in a position where we have in our savings and checking just under a year's budget,
Mhm.
so that if giving stopped tomorrow, we could
Mhm.
operate for probably 9 months or more
Yeah.
just on reserves, which is good.
Mhm.
But also we want to think through, like, so we're in this position. What investments can we make in the kingdom, you know,
Yeah.
to like advance the gospel, and what things strategically can our might God be calling us to do,
Mhm.
um, to reach the
Yeah.
lost in our community. So um, what's happening now is, instead of kind of like looking in the past, what we did is we would kind of go like, well, how much did we bring in last year?
Mhm.
Let's figure out how much we're going to bring in this year, and then kind of like, all right, divvy it up, kind
Mhm.
of, all right, whatever you got last year, we can add this much to it. And now we're
Mhm.
actually connecting the whole process of teams get together, they make plans, they set
Mhm.
goals for the year, and then they put dollar amounts
Mhm.
to those, and then we try to actually be like super proactive and detailed about
Mhm.
how we're gonna like spend the money next year.
Right.
So what's the most exciting thing for you about this process?
Um, that we get a budget.
That we get a budget.
The
Yes.
office is now like budget wise a team.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be able to, as the office, set goals
Yeah.
and what we need,
Yeah.
which is going to be really beneficial in some areas
Yeah.
that, because we're here every day and in the office every day, there are certain needs that we see
Mm-hmm.
every day that aren't necessarily seen,
Yeah.
in ways that we see can be improved. And I think being able to have some resources to be able to better steward both our time
Yeah.
and what goes on is
Yeah.
going to be great.
Yeah. And I think there's some things I love about this is when you think about how our budget is kind of put together,
Mhm.
the way that we're going to do that is, tonight we have a elders and deacons meeting, and
Mhm.
we're going to, based off the recommendation from the finance team, who's looked over the past years and
Yeah.
kind of said, what have we brought in the past several years versus where we are at now. They're going to make a recommendation
Mhm.
for the next year's total budget,
Yeah.
and then elders and deacons talk about that, and then the elders will approve whatever
Mhm.
the number that it's set is, and then we'll go through. And the cool thing that I'm excited about,
Mhm.
I've kind of mentioned this already, that we, um, as each team has made its mission statement and its goals for next year, they're going to then look and see, okay, so what can we accomplish
Mhm.
with the resources we have,
Right.
and then, yeah, those plans can be enacted based on, okay, we're going to have
Mhm.
the amount of money that we need, so now we know what to focus on,
Mhm.
which to me is super exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, from part of my understanding,
Mm-hmm.
from the way it's been explained to me by my dad,
Mm-hmm.
um, before it was a little bit of like, here's how much money we think we bring in,
Mm-hmm.
and then that was just dispersed.
Right.
And now it's more of like a number is set,
Right.
and then we will see if what we can afford under each team.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit more of like they're both kind of top down, but a little bit differently structured, which I think is cool.
Yeah. Because it really, like, we really are, this ties in with the organic ministry.
Yeah.
Like, the elders approve the big amount, and then
Mhm.
we actually we're going to look at, and we're kind of give direction.
Mhm.
So if there's, if all the teams are like, we all want $100,000 each,
Mhm.
we go, well, we only have
Yeah.
this much. We're going to have to make this potential. We're going to have to make some decisions.
Right.
And so some of that is like vision of the church, where we're headed, where
Mhm.
we feel like God might be calling us to invest more.
Mhm.
Um, then we help direct that. But all of the ideas and all of like the passion
Mhm.
for what we're doing as a church, a lot of that, like, it works both ways, but it's the people in the teams who are saying, this is what we feel like God's calling us to do. And then this is how much we think it's going to cost. And we all work together to go, all right, let's come up with something that's going to be like reasonable and has good stewardship goals. And also like that the whole church, because eventually the whole church has to vote on the budget and decide, yes, this is what we want to do.
Yeah.
So to me, that whole process is kind of exciting because it means that we're working together. It builds unity in the church and all that stuff. So anyway, I'm rambling a number of times in this video already. So.
That's all right. We've done that already.
It's nothing new.
This isn't the first video we filmed. Just so everyone can know. Yeah. I'm excited. Anyway, I think it'll be really exciting.
Yeah, me too.
It's gonna be. It is a lot more exciting, especially on the inside.
Yeah.
Seeing the way everything rolls.
Yeah. Cool.
So, always improving.
Yeah. Trying to grow, trying to make things better. And by grow, I mean like personal growth, not numbers growth, but trying to just like develop our get better at stewardship, get better at planning, get better at vision casting, all of the things that help the church to operate the way it's meant to be. So
can always grow, and it's important to focus on continual growth.
Yeah.
You've never reached the top, so
that's right.
Don't ever think that you have, just so you know.
That's right.
So cool.
Yeah.
I think that's everything.
Awesome.
Thanks for sharing.
Hope that you now are as excited about the budget process as we are.
Yeah, you should be. Whether you go here or not.
Right.
It's exciting.
Right.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, let us know if you have any questions.
All righty.
Bye.